Welcome back to Legendary Metal Games. I'm your host, Joe. Make sure to grab you a good snack, get you plenty of water, because this one is going to be huge. We are going to be completely wiping out the entire East Coast. Let's go. Starting with Salem, the first of our 3 targets that we're going to be going for today. And the reason this turned out to being a much bigger episode than originally anticipated is I actually ran into a very common bug that can happen with Salem. And that is, there is a chance when you fast travel here that our buddy Barney could actually be wiped out before you get back, which would actually stall the entire gun run quest line. Now, originally what happens when you're in Salem is you talk with Barney after you take out 3 Mirelurks. The 3 are right up here. We're just going to snipe them to make it easier on ourselves. And what happens is, once the 3 Mirelurks go down, Barney, who is pretty much the sole survivor in the entire city of Salem, ends up letting you in, taking you to the basement, and devising a plan for you to turn on all 4 or 5 turrets that are hidden around town. We saw them when we visited the church in the last episode. The problem is, there is a chance that Barney, when you come here, could end up dead. And the problem is, then you have no way to progress the quest line. However, Bethesda did give us a way out, because when you loot his corpse, you end up getting the key, which takes you to the super secret legendary weapon that you would get if you completed the quest. So there is a workaround. No worries, it's not to hold us up. If anything, it just saved us all the time of having to activate the turrets around town. So, let's go ahead. Because even if you help Barney, once you get the super secret weapon of his, Reba II, he actually vanishes from the city. So he basically thanks you for helping keep the city safe, and then he skedaddles. So, we're not really losing anything by this happening. So, let's go ahead. Again, you see how annoying these dang Mirelurks are, and I will tell you, they are just the practice round for the insanity we're going to have to deal with today. This is easily going to be the most combat-intensive episode we have ever had on this channel, doing this 100% guide, because we are going to have to tackle 2 very difficult areas, severely underleveled, so we're going to have to pull out all the tricks for this one. So, as you can see, make sure to hit the mutated horseshoe crabs on their undercarriage, ideally in the face if you can nail them there accurately. Otherwise, your bullets are basically just going to bounce off. Energy weapons do pretty much nothing to them, and they have such high ballistic resistance, it is not even funny. You basically want to use explosives like frag grenades, landmines, and shotguns on these guys, especially if you can run and quickly turn on bats to get a critical undercarriage hit on them. As you can see, they like to curl up just so that your attacks bounce off. And just like that, between us and Codsworth, we have got this done. And yes, if you haven't noticed already, Preston Garvey conveniently mutated into Codsworth. So, now you're going to see the truth, as it says to talk to Barney. The problem is, Barney's not there. So, we can jump over the security fence right here. This is the Brook family home. And now, let's go ahead all the way to the top. And this is where Barney normally is, and there he is. Nobody knows how he got taken out. I mean, the Mirelurks don't even have a ranged attack. Normally, he flips this circuit board, which will let you in, but if you flip it, nothing happens. So again, you just have to hop over the security gate to get over here, go to the armor workbench, and absolutely make sure that our new piece that we got is in tip-top shape. And now let's go ahead down to the basement, because we are going to loot everything, though we're not going to necessarily show it. 2 important things we need to get while we're down here. The first one is Perk Magazine number 12 of 126, and that is going to be laying right in the middle on the table here. Just like that. Guns and bullets. also helping out our ballistic weapons, and the actual secret weapon that we get for normally doing the gun run quest is going to be through the locked blue door here. He gives you the key whenever you activate all the turrets around the city. Since he's not here, we are just taking a shortcut. We didn't have to do it. Somehow, divine intervention from Bethesda stepped in. He's no longer a factor, and we can just literally skip the entire quest. So, let's go ahead. Now that we're in here, make sure you have everything. As you can see, here's a weapons workbench, and there is Reba, 50% more damage against Mirelurks and bugs. And it has the greatest scope you can possibly put on a sniper rifle. So, now we're out of there. You also notice we can explore the coastline here. Make sure to give this a thorough search whenever you have the ability to breathe underwater. It is one of the perks. And on top of that, just being able to see underwater is a huge help. But we'll take what we can get for now. As you can see, there are a ton of sunken ships all along the coast here. And quite a few of them actually do have medical items hidden in them. So for instance, if we go all the way out here on the pier, again, this is just northeast of Salem, right on the shore. We can go ahead and jump out on the makeshift dock over here. Literally walking the plank. Captain Joe would be so proud over here. And just like that, we've got ourselves a sunken ship. Let's go under. As you can see, the radiation is terrible in the water. If you don't have any perks that shield against it, as you can see there, you can get first aid boxes, sometimes ammo crates in these sunken ships. So always something to check out. And we even have a super secret area back here. So now that we've seen the boat, if you go ahead, jump in the ocean and just start swimming over near a series of rock formations that are going to jut up from the eastern side of Salem, just like this, you'll see that they have a buoy near them. There is a crashed Stingray over here. So one of the planes went down, and it's hidden on the back side of this rock formation. It is not considered a named location. It's an unnamed or unmarked location, and it actually acts as a makeshift base hidden back here. As you actually have containers with items, you've got the bed back here, you've got books, and we can also figure out what in the world happened over here. Apparently the guy crash landed and actually made a little camp for himself. Unfortunately, he never quite made it back to shore. I just love the attention to detail in this game. If you can see it, you can get there one way or another. As long as it is not outside of the bounds of the map, if you can see it, you can go there. And that is just the flexibility and freedom we have with this series. Absolutely love it. And there he was, peacefully in bed. Don't know what got him. There's no sign of Mirelurks here, so may have just been natural causes, or the radiation may have got him from the water. We see just how bad the radiation is here, and unfortunately where we are headed next is going to make this look like child's play. So get ready, the combat is about to get extreme. So back in Salem, there's one other thing we want to make sure that we get before we leave here, and that's going up the staircase. You can find a second Fat Man. So this is the main nuke launcher. And once we have that, let's go ahead, grab all the drinks. And as you can see there, that was one of the terminals we would have had to do for the gun run quest. Thankfully, we don't have to mess with it. And as you can see, we also have ourselves, I believe it's a master level safe hidden back here. So take all the goodies, all the items, and we will have to come back for that, because my gosh, master level, you've got to literally throw all the perks at it. So now, as we leave Salem heading toward the lighthouse, we are going to see one of the most ridiculous areas to try and conquer so far. This is the Crater House, and my gosh, that is not a weapon you want to be staring down. enter the scene the children of Adam. And unfortunately, they are not the peaceful, loving protesters that you had in Megaton back in Fallout 3. These are literally hostile upon contact. I believe in the entire game there is one sect of the children of Adam that you can actually communicate with, and of course the ones from Far Harbor. But unless they are quest driven, they are mostly going to attack you on sight, and they attack you with radiation weapons. So as you see down the bottom left, just how far that radiation bar has exploded on us. And the problem is, as you saw there, our attempts to heal is worthless. You have to combat them with Rad-X and Rad-Away. Because as that radiation bar goes to the left, that's less and less of a health bar you have to work with. So this area is absolutely mental to get through, just because of their weapons. And the sad thing is, it's weapons that is hard for you to use, because the issue is, most enemies in the game are irradiated. So radiation weapons are going to do nothing to them. The Mirelurks, the Death Claws, the Ghouls, the Rad Stags, the Rad Scorpions, I mean, they're just gonna laugh it off. The only thing these radiation weapons really affect are humans that have not been irradiated. So basically, raiders and gunners, that's pretty much the only way you can use this weapon. You can't even use them on the children of Adam, because they have some inborn rad resistance. At least from what I've been able to tell, because I literally sat there and shot the guy with its own radiation weapon about 1,000 times, and he did not go down. So, I don't think it works. So rather than attack them head on, let's go ahead and use the old feint and attack and hit them from behind tactic. As we go ahead and head over here, the beautiful thing of this scope is whenever you paint the target, you'll notice it actually puts a marker on them, just like that. And the thing is, notice you can see that marker from way over here. You don't even have to have the weapon drawn. So this is very good for reconnaissance, especially when you're trying to storm into a base like this. As you can see, we can still see that marker from way over here, even though there's obstructions in the way, even though we don't even have the weapon drawn. This is literally the best scope you can have on a sniper rifle. So Reba II is absolutely overpowered. I mean, it's a 50 caliber sniper rifle with the best scope in the game on it. Sheesh. This is again why I decided in the very beginning of the game to head over here, because already we have a missile launcher to dismantle pretty much anything. We have the focused fiery Institute pistol to take out all the robotics, and now we literally have one of the best sniper rifles in the entire game. We are set. And as you're going to see here, bringing back our Institute rifle, look how fast it shreds one of the toughest turrets in the game. This is a Mark 7 turret. I mean, it's got the skull. This thing should be way beyond our abilities, and it just shreds it in no time. So again, start in this area. It is tough because the ambushes, you can barely take any enemies out. But once you start getting established and getting these high-powered weapons, you will breeze through the rest of the game. No problem. So as you can see, this is a mess with all these enemies, and really my job right now is just to paint the targets so we know where they are, so that I can just start bombarding them with about 1,000 grenades that we've been saving up. Because once we know the general area that they are in, just click and throw in that general direction. And all of a sudden, all of the children of Adam are just gonna magically vanish. I don't know how it happens. I think it is some advanced level of magic that I have never seen before. I don't know, but all I know is make sure you can see where they're at and just throw away. As you can see, the experience bar down the bottom left is going to let you know when you've taken out your target, even if you can't see them, just like that. So, This is not going to take care of all of our problems for us, but this is going to get us pretty close. Now, let's keep in mind that we also have mines that we can throw. Just quickly get out of there so you don't blow yourself up like that. As you can see, even with explosions this big, we are still not getting rid of them easily. So let's throw the air mine in, let's get back, and let's actually put the sniper rifle to use. So, up here, we need to get as far away as possible, because the lighthouse is going to be our final destination after we take care of this. So, absolutely quick save. Make sure to do that often, because if you are in the overworld for any period of time, and you fail, you could be backtracking a long way. So, let's go ahead and again put the sniper rifle to use. Notice we are not sitting stationary. We cannot afford to with those blasts they are using. So just back and forth, just like we do in Doom. Just keep strafing. That way we can keep them guessing with their attacks. Meanwhile, just make sure to keep that left stick pushed in. That way we are 100% accurate whenever we go to take the shot, because we are not staying zoomed in long enough for us to start swinging the thing like we're drunk. So, go ahead, keep shooting away as we keep ourselves moving. As we can see, they are dropping like flies over there. We're literally firing a 50 cal at them constantly. And now, just for the coup de grace, let's go ahead, Batman at the ready, and bye-bye, Children of Adam. Literally, they could have no better way out of this world than to literally get nuked. So, let's go ahead and finally see what this crater is all about. We've taken out Salem, and now we are finally seeing what is so special about this place. So, let's go ahead and loot everything. And as you can see, this is actually over another plane that crash landed. So that explains all the radiation. And we definitely want to make sure that we don't get ourselves in deep trouble here. Just throw on a bunch of Rad-X so that we're taking less than 1 rad per second. As you can see, there's another safe we're going to have to come back to, expert level. So let's keep going this way. As you can see, it basically makes a giant ring right around the crash site. Very indicative in a way of Megaton, where you had the atomic bomb that had not went off yet, but was just kind of sitting in the moat. This time it's a crashed plane sitting in the moat. And this time they attack you on sight instead of trying to tell you about their faith. So... oh, how the times have changed, Capital Wasteland. And as you can see there, we still have a turret shooting us, but unfortunately for the Mach 1 turret, we have a way to get rid of electronics. So, let's go ahead, continue on our way. Now, this is one thing Codsworth does not like, and this is why I didn't bring him with me originally. He does not like when you just pick up junk. And that is terrible if you want to be scavenging the area and collecting things for your settlements, because he is just going to sit there and complain the entire time, saying constantly, "Why are you picking up that garbage? Looks like junk to me." So if you don't want an earful every few seconds that you're cave diving, make sure Codsworth is not with you. And Preston Garvey can get that way too, if you noticed in the last episode. So, dog meat is a good alternative. Let's go ahead and take out the steamer trunk, as I don't even know what the heck just triggered above us. I guess Codsworth was having an emotional malfunction over there. As we can get through here, it's not Pix, not Sadly, it's Peace, because yes. PI on both of them. And just like that, we are in. And the beacon, Heaven Faithful, Tower, Cliff, recreate beacon, call forth Adam's children to rejoin. So... all of these children of Adam was specifically sent here by their higher authority. And unfortunately, a certain sole survivor just had to show up and ruin their day. Now, the further we get into this, you're going to see the whole reason that we came here. Not just to get ambushed, not just for the steamer trunk, but it's actually for a Perk Magazine down here. So, if you did not have all the Rad-X popped, you would be just bleeding radiation. As you can see, with 3 different Rad-X, we're still getting 6 rads per second around this crash site. So it explains why they have some built-up resistance to radiation attacks. And as you can see, this is where the main guy was teaching the disciples. And now, as we go down to the bottom, you'll see our Perk Magazine right here, right by the Rads. And that is Wasteland Survival Guide, as well as some caps. And just like that, we are on our way to the 3rd and final destination of this episode. And this one is going to be the most insane to deal with. So get ready, we are heading toward Kingsport Lighthouse. So it's a little bit tough to see in this insanely thick fog that we've got going on here, but let's also use the fog to our advantage to some degree as we go ahead and sneak our way over to the side. Those Nuka grenades are going to come in extremely useful for this fight, because as you can see, our resources are dwindling, and they are dwindling fast. Make sure to quick save so we don't have to repeat this. And at this point, you can already see this entire area is booby-trapped. So let's quickly sneak up on it just like we did in Fallout 3. And be quick when you go disarm it. Just spam the X button like a crazy person. And just like that, we got it. And you can see they are extremely perceptive. We are still dealing with Children of Adam, but much higher level at this location. So as you can see, we've got preachers that are basically the standard enemy over here, because we even have zealots and reborn, I believe they're called. My vocabulary on the Children of Adam levels, not so great. So let's go ahead, make sure we are as healed up as we can be, and let's get ready, because this area is literally insanity, especially for this low of a level. So Kingsport Lighthouse. And I will give you a spoiler warning. Don't worry, it doesn't spoil anything important. This is actually a brand new settlement for us as soon as we clear this area out. And this is why I'm so adamant to take this before the weekend. Because that way, over the weekend, when I go through just looting, getting items, and cleaning everything up for the next week, we'll finally be able to do that with a brand new settlement that is even further down the coast. So, as you can see, retreat quickly, because look at our health situation. This is why the Children of Adam are so tough to deal with, because their weapons literally block out your health bar. Anytime they inflict that ridiculous amount of radiation poisoning, you become less and less able to heal from attacks. So, as you can see here, with the thick fog, we actually have a massive advantage because of our scope, because we're basically able to mark them so we know exactly where they're at. And just like that, let's go ahead, Molotov cocktail, let's give them the warning signs, because we're going to make them think we're over there, we're going to go over this way, and try to pin some of them in. As you can see, this settlement is not just a lighthouse, but it's a lighthouse and a 2-story building as well. There's also a shed that's actually on the water out back. As you can see there, this area is just completely booby-trapped, landmines everywhere. I mean, their weapons are ridiculous. As you can see, if we use it against them, it pretty much does nothing. I mean, look at that. It's not even doing damage to them. I mean, it's supposed to be blocking out their health bar the same way that they do ours, but it also is supposed to be draining their health, and it's not doing that. So forget that against them. As you see, they are throwing Nuka grenades like it's candy out here. So stay far away from them. Use the natural landscape to our advantage, because we are literally just going to have to constantly play peekaboo with the trees and with the mountainside over here. As you can see, the resistance is absolutely brutal. So obviously I'm not showing all the times we jump in the menu to either restore or throw psycho on ourselves or jet on ourselves. Just know that there is a lot that goes into these fights. So, let's keep going. And just like that, we want to use VATs every now and then just so we can get a critical shot ready. Because anytime you have a critical hit ready, it's pretty much a guarantee that you're going to hit them, no matter what the accuracy percentage is. So, let's get far away now that we've got the hornet's nest stirred up. As long as we can see where they are in the fog, that's all that matters right now. So let's just give it time to breathe, let them spread out, because right now you've got like 5 of them all clumped up together over there. Throwing things periodically. Trust me, their grenades are a lot stronger than ours are, because those Nuka grenades are absolutely insane. They are literally a mini nuke in a grenade. And you can see right there is one of them. Let's go ahead and throw a bottle cap mine down, which is definitely the strongest landmine that we have. And goad them into following us. The problem is they're not entirely sure where we are, so they don't even care to follow us right now. Let's go ahead, coax them back out, see if any of them will fall for it. And these are not the dumb ones. They are smart enough to stay away. So, bottle cap mine is not to help us here. We are going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. So, relying on our marker, let's just keep shooting because there is no obstruction he can be behind over there. And at this point, the later it gets into the day, the fog is going to have to lift. And we literally have 2 entire sniper rifles full of ammo to work with. So as you can see, we actually went from Reba II to Reba I. Reba 1 uses the 308 ammo. Reba 2 was the 50 cal with the tracking scope on it. As you can see, Reba, the original, which is the one that Barney was actually using, it just has a more traditional scope on it. And as long as we know where the marker is, we know where to start aiming everything toward them. As you can see, we actually switched the scope out on the Fiery Institute pistol, just putting a red dot on it, because this thing zooming in was absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it is a pistol at the end of the day, not a sniper rifle. And at this point, we're literally just have to whittle everything down with the pipe pistol. It basically does no damage, hardly at all, but it's also not wasting our good ammo. Because we want to make sure at this point, any shot we do with the sniper rifle is going to be accurate. And again, one of the things you can do, kind of like the old Gears of War game, if you position yourself by a corner, like a tree, you can just peek around the corner. Just like you saw the synths doing to us, we can do the same thing. So just press your aim button when you're near a corner, and you'll just pop out from cover and peek around. Perfect for when you're trying to quick scope with the sniper rifle like this. And as you can see, the Preacher is just shrugging off everything. Eventually we got a headshot there, so that helps. One of them's down. My gosh, I mean, this area is so tough to get through. As you can see right there, definitely quick save, so we are eliminating them and preventing them from getting stronger, preventing them from coming back and getting a better position on us. So through the fog, we can see 2 of them we marked there, and once they are marked, they stay marked until you deal with them. So, even though we're out of ammo for this gun, it still did its job by marking the targets for us. So now we know where to aim the sniper rifle. And you can see, now that it's getting later in the day, the fog is finally starting to lift. And that's going to give us even better visibility to work with here. We can tell they're not in the house, because the house is up on the hill there. They're on the hillside. So they have no cover at all. Let's just keep raining down everything on their heads. Codsworth, would you get out of the way? We are currently having a sniper fight over here. As you can see, our health bar is basically nothing. We are so irradiated by their weapons. Watch, when I go to heal over here with anything we have, like a stim pack, it heals basically nothing. Because all the radiation poisoning has literally created a negative health bar on us. So until we can use Radaway to get rid of it, That's all the health we have to work with, and that is why the children of Adam are so dangerous. As you can see, the preachers are basically the basic enemies here. That's the kind of insanity we stumbled upon. So again, just keep corner sniping. We've got to get these 2 celled down, because the problem is there's still like 5 more over there. As you can see, this is a very, very tough settlement to get, but it's a very good one to have, because you've got very iconic places right around this settlement. Dunwich Boars, yes, Dunwich is literally right beside here. On top of that, you've also got the Lukowski Cannery just beside here. And we are not too far from the auto wreckers. So we've got a ton of really iconic places all gathered around this lighthouse. So as soon as we get this area cleared out and we get this established as a base, we are going to have fun next week with some really, really iconic locations. So as you can see, this is just madness trying to get these out of here, because we basically can't take a hit. Even with Med-X, we pretty much can't take damage. So we're having to do this without getting hit somehow. And as you see, they are just ruthless. They literally just seem to have endless amounts of ammo. So we need to get them out of here. Luckily, they're finally getting low. Just zoom in before you even peek around the side of the mountain. And just like that, we actually got a critical strike. Because right now, they're not sure where we are, thank goodness. And now that the dawn is finally breaking, we can finally see them clearly. So keep the pressure up, and we've just about got these 2 out of here so we can move forward. Like I said, the combat is extreme over here because we are getting into more and more difficult areas. But again, look at the firepower we have at our disposal now. Between missile launchers and all this, it's going to make our journey so much easier. Because think about it, when we go back to Diamond City, we're not going to have any of this kind of thing to deal with. They're just going to be amazed at what a synth looks like. And we've already been literally pinned in by 2 different synth strike groups. So we are going to look like the invincible soldier by the time we finally get to Diamond City. At this point, one more preacher being stubborn. Come on. Few more and we are done with you. Sheesh, literally taking all of our good ammo. That is just how strong these guys are. And the problem is there's still 2 in this base that are even stronger than them. So we're going to have to get creative here because this area is just that difficult to clear out. So now that we've got him like spinning in circles over there, let's go ahead, lay on the pressure. And just like that, he's almost done. Come on. Come on. I think we might have to get close for this. So, SSG at the ready. Let's go ahead and move it. It would be great if Codsworth was still in the battle because he could distract them for us so we could get a close range hit. But we do have trees that we can use for cover and literally one of the weakest pistols in the game. So let's remember our peek around the corner shooting style. So again, let's just get to an edge and just press the button to zoom in or to aim and you will peek around the corner. Perfect for situations like this. And like I said, if you did not have that tracer that we have on Reba II, we would be completely screwed because you would have no idea where these guys are just because of how well they blend into the scenery with their rags that they wear. But literally, it makes them stand out like a sore thumb once they're marked. So, just keep shooting. We are almost there. We can tell when they get hit when we see the crosshairs pop up. And just like that, we finally, for the love of gosh, about have him out of here. Now, one other key thing about this area is we are going to have a very specialized boss fight in this area. Because one question that has kind of remained unanswered here is, what do you think is actually powering the lighthouse? You know, in a post-apocalyptic world where most places don't even have electricity, kind of makes you wonder what is actually powering this place. And now that we have a level up, let's quickly use it, because that way we can restore about as much as we can. Let's go ahead and throw this level up at Charisma, because I have a plan, and that is to get Wasteland Whisperer as quick as we can. If you don't know what that is basically your ability to mind control animals. And as you level it up, you can actually mind control even super mutants. And why in the world would that be important? You remember the bomber from the Museum of Witchcraft? Yeah, imagine mind controlling the bomber and throwing him at a herd of enemies. It's literally a free fat man at your disposal. So we want to get that as soon as we can. The trouble is, it's a level 9 charisma spell, and I think you have to level it up at least 3 different times. So we're working there. At this point, you can see here, we finally get a glimpse inside the house. So again, this is a settlement. The workshop is actually at the bottom of the lighthouse. Don't be fooled by the tripwire there. As you can see, fiber optics and crystal you can get from tripwires, which are very, very rare materials. And now let's go ahead and make our final stand here. As you can see, now we've got Children of Adam reborn, because the preachers weren't enough. So let's go over here. We need to get some really good hits on him, as we literally slowed down time with Jet, just so we can get around this guy. And now let's go ahead, get Codsworth into the fight. Now we have it booby-trapped with landmines. Go ahead, as he is literally caught up with Codsworth. And now let's go ahead, get closer. Get our shots in. Come on. Critical hit. And even with the critical hit, look at how much damage this does not do. Quickly sidestep, because he's counterattacking. Get ready. There. Alright, let's quickly get back inside. At this point, it is hit and run tactics all the way, because look at that health. We have basically 1 health. We get touched by anything, we're done. My gosh, this area. This is literally the most brutal fight in the entire game, easily so far, just to get this settlement. They know how many important locations are around here, and they are making this rough. As we can see, Codsworth is down. Get back up. As our robotics repair kit over there. And just like that, he's not going to be up for very long. So let's go ahead and use our automatic 10mm that we got off of one of the corpses. Put it to good use, just like in Doom. Let's not hold it down for too long. Let's just single tap it, just like we do with the chain gun. That way it stays accurate, as we got another preacher over there guarding the doorway and guarding it fiercely. I mean, we only have to get hit 1 time to get wiped out. And he is shooting like a crazy person over here. So again, let's just whittle him down as much as we can. Unfortunately, it just chews through the ammo, just like the chain gun. So keep going, keep the pressure up, just like that. We've almost got him. Come on. Come on. Almost. And out of ammo for that. Quickly, back to the pipe pistol. Literally the weakest pistol we have, but daggone it, at least we've got some kind of sight on it. At least we can tell where it's going. And just like that, preacher, come on now. We are not doing this again. Just go down. Thank you. Now we'll let the Reborn get over there and get huddled into the corner. That way we can trap him over by the lighthouse. So again, just by staying over there, he's going to go where we were shooting. And now that we have him pretty much trapped, he's just going to spin in circles, giving us the easy win. So again, this is possible because we tricked him over there by him hearing our gunfire and checking on his buddy that we just took out. And because he is pinned in with so many tight corners there, he is literally just spinning in circles like a top, giving us the easy victory on him, considering he is the highest level one here. Absolutely take advantage. It's going to take all of our ammo, but I don't care. At least getting him out of the picture. Because if you run down there, he's just going to charge you. At least up here, he's confused. So again, this doesn't mean we're going to get rid of Coastal Cottage. We actually still have a few things to do over that way, but at least in the upcoming episodes, we are heavily going to be relying on this area as soon as we get it cleared out. So sometimes you earn settlements by helping people, sometimes you earn settlements by defending them when they're being attacked, and sometimes in situations like this, you earn settlements by taking them by force. So, 3 different ways you can obtain settlements in this game, and this is a great one to have. As you can see, you're literally on the coast, and you're not on a coast that is inhabited by Mirelurks. So over here you can actually enjoy the water, unlike over near Salem and the Coastal Cottage. So again, he is literally just stuck in place. We are taking absolute advantage, trying to get as many headshots as we can from over here. That is pretty much useless from this far away, unless we are using a sniper rifle. And believe me, cheesing is the best option we have, because there are 2 more enemies back there, and one is on the dock, the other one's sitting in the boat, sniping. So, we need to quickly get him out of here, and we need to get us some breathing room, because they're going to triangulate on this location. So, let's quickly get him out of here. As stubborn as he wants to be, Preacher, don't even think about it. We are busy. Come on, buddy. Keep going. Have you ever seen such ridiculousness? I mean, this would be like trying to take out a savage Deathclaw with a pipe pistol. I mean, it basically just tickles them. But sure enough, bring enough ammo, eventually it's gonna work, one way or another. Meanwhile, Codsworth is just sitting this one out, like, you got it, I don't need to be involved here. Thank goodness he's down. Let's go ahead, jump back off of here. As you can see, there's one of them right there. We cannot take a single hit, remember. So run away. Let's not get caught in the mines they have set out for us. Instead, let's go over here. As you can see, right there's the Lukowski Cannery. As we are going to go over this way, as you can see, we have some ingredients we can pick, but more importantly, we have over here health. So let's go ahead and invade the bathrooms as we go ahead and get ourselves Stimpak and Rad-X, which is definitely going to be important when we actually need to heal from this, and sleep in the bed temporarily. That way we have our auto save in place by sleeping in the bed. And now let's go ahead and try to get around the enemies. So they know where they last saw us, up by the house. So we're going to sneak around on them. Literally the old medieval style war tactics work exceptionally well in Fallout. So as you can see there, let's go ahead and take the items from the Preacher. And occasionally you will get Rad away to help our situation. But right now, I am not interested in that until we have to take out the boss. As we can see, making our way back up here, we finally can get a glimpse of what this area actually looks like now that we're here. So let's go ahead and sneak in as soon as we get the Reborn's equipment. As you can see there, he's got a leaded alloy metal chest piece, which is going to be way better than what we have equipped. And there is the workshop, but as you can see, you cannot activate the workshop when there's enemies nearby. So some of the settlements that have to be taken by force, you have to clear it out before you can activate it. So let's go ahead, make sure all of our equipment, all of our items are good. Let's make sure we are not over encumbered, because we have 2 enemies left and they are ruthless. So let's go ahead and fly our way out of here with a nuka grenade at the ready, which basically acts as a mini nuke We just have to make sure that we aim this thing right. And let's start whittling away at the one in the boat, because he's going to cause us the most trouble here since he's sniping. As you can see there, just keep taking pot shots at him. We at least want to get him out of our way for now, as we wait for the other one to come up to us. So as you can see, it looks like we're being charged. Let's keep an eye on that radar down there as soon as we zoom out. As you can see, the other one's running up the hill. Let's get ready. Nuka grenade at the ready. And also our pipe pistol at the ready. As we go ahead, just keep pounding away at the sniper in the boat. Literally any tap, any gentle breeze will knock us out. Nuka grenade away. Boom! Almost took out the preacher. Let's get over here. And now that we've got everything stirred up, let's go ahead. We need Codsworth back in this fight. Right now, he's literally doesn't know what to do, so let's command him to go over there to wake him back up. And now that'll put him back in the fight. He'll distract the preacher so we can move in for the kill shot. So, get really close while she's distracted before she can switch targets. Out of here. And then there was one more on the boat. The sniper that is just about done. Let's finish this off in style. Now again, we still have the boss to take out as soon as the one on the boat falls. So, let's get ready. Here we go. Let's try and move in as close as we can. Again, just sneaking around the side. As you can see, he's got our number. Because, of course, the last enemy left is now going to be the most aggressive, even though he's not a leveled up child of Adam. He's literally just a basic soldier. But he's just put in a perfect position to snipe you and overwhelm you. So, ideally, Codsworth can keep his fire distracted over there. As you see, Codsworth is charging in, and we will take advantage of the distraction. Pincer attack has always worked all throughout history, does not fail us now, and just like that, this area is secure. Holy cow! All but the boss. So, let's not forget that we do have a boss fight to get on with up here. So, that is going to be at the top of the lighthouse. I asked a question earlier in this map. How do you think they are powering the lighthouse, considering the power issues many of these locations have these days? And you see, right there is the answer. Yes, the very thing we couldn't take out just a few episodes ago over by Makra Fish Packing, we've got ourselves a glowing one. That is what is keeping the lighthouse lit, and we cannot take this settlement until the glowing one is down. So, let's go ahead and form a strategy here. We need, since we can't shoot it from out here, we need to get in there with him. So this is going to be a close range fight. As you can see, he's actually in the cage. So even if you had a perfect shot on him, you cannot hit him from here. It forces you to be up close with him. And the problem is, if you've never fought a glowing one before, you actually get damage and radiation damage just by physically being near them. So, this radiation thing, it's got to be fixed immediately. Otherwise, we're going to faint before we can even see them. So, let's go ahead back into our trusty inventory. And now we are going to go ahead and throw 3 different rataways, as well as stim packs, as you can see there, finally moving our health in a positive direction. At this point, let's get ready. It's going to be close range, so shotgun at the ray. Here we go. Take out the glowing one, and the settlement is ours. Not saying goodbye to Coastal Cottage, but we are saying that we are literally capturing the entire beach, from one end to the other. So, let's go ahead and undo the security bars. As you can see, they somehow pinned him in there. Now he's loose, and just like every other ghoul, he is lightning fast. So, shotgun point blank range pretty much does nothing as expected. As you can see, when he hits you, he also does radiation damage, not just physical damage. So, let's quickly retreat, and let's just throw every chem in the book at him, because one guy stands between us and our destiny. We are not falling here. We will literally throw every chem in the dictionary at this thing if we have to, because they are just that ridiculously hard to deal with. As you can see, I don't even think it does anything if you use more than one psycho at a time, but we are literally throwing the entire encyclopedia at them. Get out of here, daggone it. This is our lighthouse, and we are done with this, just like that. Holy cow. Let's go ahead, take all the items, quickly get back down to our workshop. I don't even care that we're crippled, because I'm just going to go sleep, which will heal it. So, quickly get down, just whatever you do, don't jump, because that would be embarrassing to go through all that and then jump to our deaths. So, Codsworth, if you could move, thanks. And just like that, we grabbed the workshop, and this settlement is officially ours. Holy mackerel. Let's get inside. Let's sleep it off. Just pretend this whole thing was a crazy dream. And now that it's morning, we can actually see, and we can actually not move, because now that everything's settling in, we are completely over encumbered. Codsworth, where'd you go, buddy?
Hey.
I know you hate carrying my stuff too, but there you go. We are moving, and just like that, this is done. Salem in the books, the Crater House, and Kingsport Lighthouse, all ours, as we literally thunder our way down the east coast of the Boston Commonwealth. This is such a fun area. As you can see, the fights are getting way more intense. If you've not already, please check out the Fallout 4 playlist. Like, share, comment, subscribe so more people can see videos. We'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.